Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Us here with another backtesting session. And in this backtesting session, I'm just going to be backtesting my own personal strategy that I have been backtesting and forward testing for the past couple of months. And yeah, I'm ready to sort of show you guys what it is, and I'll give you a rundown on it. So essentially, when the macro opens, we usually manipulate, well, not usually, but we try look for a manipulation leg into a PD array that was formed in the last 10 or 15 minutes. And it can be a 5 minute fair value gap. It can be any PD array, but it works the best with a 5 minute fair value gap. So now this is all set up. We can get into it and I'll start. So no PD arrays formed. So we'll just skip up another hour. I don't really want to be wasting your time today. So yeah, again, this PD array has been formed. However, we inversed it on MNQ. So next hour. So we have some gaps here that we could potentially look for. However, the macro has manipulated down instead of up into it. So, oops, I'll go back. Go to here. Okay, so looks like we might be able to find. So we have a 5 minute gap that just formed here. So we'll see what happens. And essentially I'm looking for the macro to have manipulated down, have about 4 candles or 5 candles of a down candle, or well, in the direction into the PDA, and then immediately after tapping into that PDA, we form a rejection block when the hourly candle opens. And you can essentially just take your trade off that hourly candle open as soon as we form the rejection block, and it never comes back down, and you can just take it up to internal highs or a fixed risk to reward. So I'll show you now. Oops. So yeah. So yeah, we didn't actually get that there because we didn't have enough down candles and also didn't form a rejection block. So we have a discounted 5 here, which could be a good POI for us. No 15s, 15-minute gaps. So we'll see what we do now. And again, we're seeing these down candles as soon as the macro opens. So we just need to manipulate into this gap and form a rejection block as soon as the candle opens. So look, new candles open. So this should be safe for us to take a trade. We tapped into that discounted 5. No SMT though. And this is a bit dodgy because, as you can see, AS did have 5-minute gaps, which they inversed. And we have 5-minute gaps above us, but those shouldn't really hold us. So you can simply enter here and leave your stop at the bottom of that. You can target the internal highs, and you can probably try and target some other draws. But just for the sake of this video, all the trades, we're going to be targeting internal highs. So we'll go just 1%. Oh, that should have actually been, we get tapped in anyway. We can go break even. I usually try to go break even at a 2R or a 1.5, but, and as you can see, immediately delivered to the target. Never came back down. We did tap into this rejection block though, which is a good sign. So I don't usually go break even until we've tapped into the rejection block. So yeah, we can skip forward. So we have a new 5 that could form here, which is good. So we didn't actually get any rejection block. We just immediately came down and swept it. So I'll move on to the next day. Okay, so we got some good PDRAs here. However, as you can see, the 10 o'clock candle did not form a rejection block. So we'll just keep skipping up. So this strategy is fairly rare, but when we do find it, it absolutely prints and it never loses. So could see some good price action here. I'm going to mark out this 5-minute rejection block. That has been respected as well, which is good. So we've got 1, 2, 3 candles coming down, and we had just tapped into this 5 and respected it. Okay, so beautiful rejection block formed there as soon as that 11 o'clock or new 1 hour candle opens. And you can just always leave your stop at the low of the hourly candle. You can target the previous candle's high, the previous hourly candle's high. We can go break even once we inverse that 5, but like I said, we should inverse the 5 with no issues because price just immediately delivers every single time. As you can see, that delivery is just amazing. Go break even. Could have already taken a 1.5, but okay, so we get stopped out at break even. Do I have any 5-minute gaps we could look for? No. And also, the gap needs to be unmitigated, or the PDRA needs to be unmitigated. As you can see again, rejection block formed off this, but no down candles. So we can continue. So we're in this 5 now, which is good. So we'll see what price does. Very good approach to this area. And we have formed a rejection block here. However, we did inverse that 5. Look, I drew up the position, but I would never take this trade. So yeah, we can try it. Actually, that's actually tapped into a discounted 5 they had. Well, it tapped into the 5-minute candle. It didn't inverse it. So we can go like light risk here, maybe. Immediately stopped out there. But price does deliver to the target and end up hitting TP. But that's what backtesting sessions are all about. Getting souped out by that and then seeing an instant reaction is good, but again, probably wouldn't take that in a real market. This is just more so for backtesting and collecting data and seeing how the market moves. So we'll see if we have anything that forms now. We have this 5-minute gap, but again, we didn't actually tap into it before we started. So before the new 1 hour candle opened. No 5-minute gaps for us, no unmitigated gaps. So we can just skip up and disregard this as there's no setup. So with this, you can basically just look like at the start of the macro or 5 minutes before the hourly candle opens every hour and you see, do we have any unmitigated gaps? If we do, then you stay on, see if a setup presents itself. If not, you can simply just get off. As you can see, this one would have been perfect, like an A plus setup. However, we didn't tap into, or we did tap into a gap. Well, I should have taken that actually. Skip too far ahead. Let me go. So we have this 15. Does AS have a 15? Yeah, we do. So we'll see what happens here. Not really a rejection block formed here. But again, we can probably try get a short to here. Like that's a 6 risk to reward. But again, when you see something like this deliver into a PDRA and then immediately reject when the hourly candle opens, you do often get some very nice delivery. So we can go break even there, and we're already at 3.4R. So I'm just going to take 50% off there. We don't actually end up hitting even our first take profit, but did manage to end up hitting a 4R, which is very good. So we can now go back to skipping ahead. We have an unfilled 5 here. Let's see if we... So yeah, we didn't get an entry here as the rejection block actually formed pre-hourly candle open. So yeah, it would have been stopped out there. But price does end up delivering to the target, which is very nice. So if you really wanted to, you could tweak this a little bit, but that's what I'm in the process of backtesting. And we can just keep on going ahead and skipping. We have some 5-minute gaps here we could potentially manipulate up into. Okay, so no manipulation, no trade. And I'm not looking far left because gaps on the left don't matter. It only matters for the last like half an hour. No gaps here again, no trade, not even looking for entries. No gaps here. We have a gap here, but nothing. We formed a rejection block when the hourly candle opened though, but clearly just chop as we didn't actually grab any sort of liquidity. And the way like this works, when the algorithms work on an hourly cycle. Not every algorithm, but some do and most do. So when they feel inefficiencies in the market, they have no reason to continue to deliver lower or higher. They deliver immediately into the opposite direction. So yeah, I think that'll probably be all from me today, and we can go ahead and check the stats. I think I'm going to delete this trade because probably wasn't the best trade, but as you can see, like 4% in a week. But pretty decent stats. 75% win rate, can't really complain. But only taken 4 trades. And I know for a fact that the win rate's 100% if you follow the rules and don't take trades when the gap's inverse. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and maybe if you have some tweaks that you could add, I'd be more than happy for you to do so. And yeah, enjoy.